Okay, this video is regarding Amir Khan's recent shock knockout defeat to Danny Garcia. Well, it wasn't a shock to me. I always believed that Garcia would catch Amir eventually. But let's forget about the fight a second. Let's just talk about Amir Khan, the fighter, the boxer. So what do we know about Amir Khan? We know he was a silver medalist, Olympic silver medalist. We know he has fast hands. Yeah, he's got fast hands. His footwork's okay. He struggles against guys that are pressure fighters. So he's very uncomfortable when he's put his back against the ropes. And for me, his amateur style that he's had has gone into professional ranks, and I'm not too sure whether there's been that much improvement from him being an amateur to a pro. He's still bouncing around a lot. He's still throwing a lot of punches and wasting a lot of punches. I don't think he's the most accurate of punchers, and I don't think he's a big puncher either. But he has got bags of heart. In the Garcia fight, people say he can't take a shot. I think he could take a punch. I just don't think his recuperative powers are that good. When Amir gets hurt, he doesn't quite know what to do. Like I said, his recuperation, his ability to recover is not very good. So I don't know if it's his chin. I think he can hold the punch, but it's after the 2, 3, 4, 5 punches there's a problem there. In the Garcia fight, obviously the left hook dropped him, but of course he got up and took a whole more load of punches afterwards, and then tried to fight back as well. So let's break this down further. Okay, now first of all, you've got the group of people that think, Amir, you should retire. Well, forget them, because they're probably the same people that when you got knocked out by Prescott was telling you should retire. And then afterwards, when you become world champion, it was like, yeah, Amir, you're bad, you're wicked. And they were the same people backing you to fight against Garcia. And now you got knocked out by Garcia. They're the same ones to turn around to you now, you should retire. So forget them. Ultimately, you're a fighter, you're a brave lad, and it's up to you to make a decision. But Amir Khan needs to make a decision for himself. Amir, you're a boxing man. And you're a student of the game. But please, if you do see this message, this video, there's a few things I'd want you to... I did a blog about you, and a few things I'd like you to consider. First of all, I'm not convinced that Freddie Roach is for you. There's nothing Freddie Roach has done, as far as I'm concerned, that's beneficial for you. Yes, he's Manny Pacquiao's trainer, and for Manny Pacquiao he does well, but Manny Pacquiao and you are two different fighters. Manny Pacquiao can punch in bunches, is accurate with his punches, and hits very hard. And I'd say that Manny Pacquiao takes a better punch than you do. And Freddie Roach spends a bit more time with him than you. Freddie Roach is not a guy that I would go to tighten up your defense. And I don't think Freddie Roach, for me, tactically, is as good as everyone makes him out to be. Example, Pacquiao. He's had Pacquiao for how long? And I mentioned this before in the Marquez fight. 4 times he's fought Marquez, and 4 times it's not worked out how to beat Marquez. So, once, twice, okay. 3 times, they're thinking of fighting again. So that's where I got the 4th from. Let's go back to you, Amir. First of all, you're not a puncher. So why are you standing in the center of the ring trying to bomb guys out? I'm going to knock Danny Garcia out. Fool, why? Why? You've got good hand speed. You've got good hand speed. In and out. In and out. But you want to say you're going to knock Garcia out. Well, it's foolhardy. And then think about it. Well, Morales couldn't knock Garcia out. And you don't punch harder than Morales. And Morales got dropped by Garcia by that left hook. So, and I would say that Morales has got a bit. Well, no, Morales has got a better chin than you. So, and that's historically, it's proven a fact as a fact. So So why you was going to go toe to toe with Danny Garcia and say you're going to knock him out, I don't understand. So for me, the best person for you to go to is the Resurrector, and the Resurrector is Emmanuel Stewart. Emmanuel Stewart's done it with Mike for Lennox Lewis. He's done it for Oscar De La Hoya, and the person that I think that you should look to, Vladimir Klitschko. But Vladimir Klitschko, as we know, said he's got a weak chin, so now he tucks himself behind his jab. I know you're not 6'7", but if you have that safety first approach, I still think you can get back into world title contention. But things have to change. You mean you need? I don't know what you want to achieve in boxing still, Amir. Do you want to be known as a great? But first and foremost, if you want to be known as a great, you need to stop listening to what people have to say to you. Your ego, you need to put in check. Okay, you cannot fight for the fans because you'll get knocked out. Is why you got knocked out. You need to keep a cool head. You could, fight 12 rounds and be boring those 12 rounds and still keep your title. You'd still be champion today and have a WBC title in your hand. Instead, you're going to go and please the crowd. You get caught up in all the hype. No, Amir. You know, and I know, you didn't need to do that. Okay? You're going to have to be smart. I said, Manchester is the guy you need to have, and you need to change your style. Because this style doesn't work. You need to learn how to tie a guy up on the ropes, and if you can't tie a guy up on the ropes, you need to learn how to fight inside. The other thing is, I'd like to know, inside of the gym, at Wildcard Gym, have you been doing lots of hard sparring? Because for me, if you've done a lot of hard sparring before coming into these fights, and having ring wars, because you seem the type of guy, the impression I get is you've got a big ego and a big heart, and if somebody probably hits you hard, you're going to want to fight with them. So if everybody tries it, if you're in America, everyone wants to test you. You're a Brit. I can imagine you having a few ring wars and sparring. That probably doesn't do you any favours either. So I think you need to come back to England. That's the first thing. I think you need to make a plan as to how you're going to go back. I think you need to really think about strength and conditioning, because for whatever reason you seem to be in great shape. You can't punch for anything though, like I said before. So can you become a bigger puncher? I don't know, it's not for me to say. It would suggest in your career that you're not going to be a big puncher. So you need to have a style that's going to have a great engine for 12 rounds and have better feet. You need to have a good engine. So you need to go in 12 rounds, and you can't seem to go 12 rounds without dropping your hands and leaving your chin open. And to be fair, I'm being honest with you, I'm not being two-faced. I betted against you for this fight because for me, you seem to give a sort of there's a record with you. For me, before you fought Prescott, the two fights before that, you didn't look very good. You got dropped by Willie Lemond and you got dropped by Gomez, and then you got knocked out by Prescott, which I'd won money on. Sorry, Amir, this is just the truth. I'm just telling you as it is. And now this fight, when you fought against this guy Garcia that knocked you out, before that you fought Peterson, and in the Peterson fight, you didn't look impressive. For me, Peterson was out boxing. He was out boxing you when you got inside. You didn't know what to do with him. You were holding on way too often. You don't know how to tie a guy up. You're pushing him off all the time. And I thought Peterson would beat you again. In fact, this time I thought Peterson was going to stop you. It so happens that Peterson was on some sort of performance enhancement drugs. To me, the bottom line is that he was technically a better boxer than you, Amir, because he was able to fight on the outside, able to fight on the inside. He was able to hustle you up close. Now, if the fight there was a rematch, I don't believe that your style would have changed significantly. You didn't have enough time to prepare, because I think Peterson would put it on you faster and close the ring, you in the ring, close you up quickly. I'm talking about. Put your back against the ropes and keep you there, because you can't fight backing up. That's what I think the game plan would have been. So having seen that, I'd made a decision that, and after I saw the way Garcia dropped Morales with that left hook, I thought, well, it'd be only a matter of time before that left hook lands. And after you said I'm going to knock out Garcia, that's when I went to put my money on, because I knew that your ego is way out of check, and you seem to want to prove a point to the British fans. You prove a point to the British fans by keeping your titles and keeping your faculties intact. So, and another thing, Amir, you kept saying we. You need to stop saying we. You lost, not we. You lost. Your chin got hit by that left hook because of your ego, and you got knocked out. You need to get your ego to one side. You need to forget about trying to prove a point to the British public and the British media. You know, block them out and just do it for you. Just you. And just going back to basic as to why you're in boxing and what you want to achieve. Forget talking about Floyd Mayweather. Just forget it. Forget talking about Floyd Mayweather. Or, you know, before the Peterson fight, I don't know, the second Peterson fight and the Peterson fight, and Pacquiao just got fought what's his name? Oh, Timothy Bradley. Now I backed, as you look at my video, previous video, I backed that Timothy Bradley would win the fight by controversial points decision. Now I actually think that you can beat. I thought you could beat Pacquiao based on this, that Pacquiao's not knocking anybody out anymore, and I thought if you could box with that hand speed in and out against Manny, in and out with a longer reach, height and reach advantage, I thought you'd stood a very good chance. But you can't stick to a game plan. So, based on that and the fact that you want to fight with a lot of pride, and repeating myself, you need a trainer that's going to keep you in checkmate. You need to hope this knockout defeat, you learn something from it. You stop running around the ring, you know, the way you do, and have some sort of ring generalship about you. That's my suggestion to you. Get a good trainer. Emmanuel Stewart's the guy I think you should go with. And I think you need to cool it in terms of wanting to prove a point to the British public and stop believing your own hype and just focus, sticking to a game plan. I believe you can be a champion again. How long you'll be a champion, I don't know, but hopefully this is a humbling defeat. And I mean that not in disrespect there, brother, but more in a sense that you can come back and be better. Because I think you can come back. I think you can come back. But it's just whether you will be able to make the right choices. Some of the people around you as well, I think, probably blowing your ego up. I think you need to come back to roots. You really do. Because the bright lights and everything might not be doing you any favours. Come home, Amir. Get Emmanuel Stewart to be a trainer. You know, just people tell you as it is. And take your time, brother. You can do it. You can come back. You can come back. Forget Carl Froch. Carl Froch is always telling you. I don't know what the beef is between you and Carl Froch. But you know, if Carl Froch ever gets knocked out, let's see what he says. I think he's only speaking like that at the moment because he hasn't been knocked out. I guess maybe if he got knocked out, then maybe he may speak differently. Yeah. So for those people who think I'm a bit of a calm basher, nope, Amir, this is the message straight to you. If you do see this message, you can do it, brother. But back to basics. The basic things, you know. In and out, left jab, right hand, lateral movement, tying the man out on tying a man up on the ropes, spinning him off the ropes, and getting out of there. You know, not jumping in and leaning in when you jump in and throw punches. Knowing that you're not a big puncher, so you try and knock a guy out based on speed, time, strength, rather than trying to stand there and hold your ground. Forget all that stuff. Okay. I think that's it from me. In terms of suggestion to come back, who would you fight against? I don't know. One of three people you could fight is Paul McCloskey, a rematch with Paul McCloskey, because that finished in a manner which was a bit. He's not a puncher. I'm sure you'll get some good crowds of a McCloskey fight. A fight against you and Prescott. Amir, you need to fight Prescott again. You need to get it out of the way. You need to do it. You need to show the fans that that knockout defeat was a blip to you, as you call it, and prove to the fans that it was just a blip. Do what Lewis has done. Avenge the defeats. Yeah, do what Lewis has done. If you want to be a great, do that. But I have to say to you though that being knocked out the way you're getting knocked out is not good. Not backtracking here, but give it one more shot, brother. One more shot. Okay. Well, anyway, Assalamu alaikum.